Hello, Echo here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. Oh dear, watch what happens when I go through here. Oh no, what's happened? Half a base is blown up. Yep, I've blown half a base up. Brilliant. These force bricks are very blast resistant, by the way. You see, I took out quite a lot of bloodstained brick. If you remember, and my breeder reactor was here. I moved it to there, and I took all the stuff out of it. I took the isotope cells out, and it showed flames on it. And then, like an idiot, I took the heat capacity reactor platings out. And even though there's nothing in there, that brought the max heat of it down, and it went bang, and it blew all the actual parts of the reactor up, which I thought they normally keep them, but they all went. So I need to remake that. But it blew all the glass out of here. It didn't actually touch anything down there, which is good. So that's all intact still, as far as I can tell. Speaking of that, by the way, since I put this in, it's never actually used anymore, and it runs all these machines. That's never actually used anymore. It's still in the first slots of the dual uranium that I put in there when I first made them. So that's been a good couple of weeks, hasn't it? If you look in there, they're getting quite low, but these dual uraniums are still the same ones that we put in there at first. Right, anyway, I'm going to rebuild this. I thought I'd show you it. And once I've rebuilt it, I'll be back and we'll get on with something else. Okay, I'm back and I've repaired everything. What a ball ache that was. Right, this took me quite a while to repair. I've made it all back exactly how it was. The reason why I was doing this was because, a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to get ME cable running up behind that wall. And if you remember, got a level emitter and stuff behind here. So that should be full. Yeah, this is all full because I've got 8,128 steel in the system. I'd gone over there, so I can't have had that set up right before, so that's, at least I've noticed that. So yeah, I've got ME cable running across there, and it goes up beyond there. You can see it goes for the wall there, and it goes up. So I've got ME network upstairs, which we'll get to in a minute. The other reason why I wanted to do this was I wanted to bring the teleporter charging across here. So this no longer uses a solar panel. This had a solar panel on before. This is now using power from here. This is for the teleporters down in the legs. I wanted to start running more things off, well, less things off solar power. Ideally, I'd like to get the quantum teleporting thing off solar as well. Someone said, and I think I've heard this before, that for solar power is just running and not actually got anywhere for the energy to go. Like this is not using, it's not using 512 at all. It's using maybe a quarter of that. Then it can create lag a little bit, so that might be reason for my low FPS sometimes. The fact I've got solar panels dotted around that aren't doing much. I made this rainmaker, by the way, the other day. I was getting pissed off with the rain, so I quickly made a rainmaker. You put things in that called iodine capsules, I think. Them the ones. Them are the ones. I've got some of them made in the ME crafting. It's not automated or anything. It's just if I'm recording and it's raining and I can't sleep, I can just pop up here and chuck a iodine capsule in there. So the reason why I was doing that, as I say, was to get rid of the solar panel and to get ME network up here. So the ME cable comes up to here, and I've run it across, and we've got an ME access terminal here, which is nice. So now I can access. So I don't need that remote thing anymore. The remote thing I've still got. It's just I've got it there, pretending to be a clock radio by my bed. Yeah. I have to bring the actual portal radio across at some point as well. So I've got an ME access terminal here, which is nice. Let's just get rid of iodine there. And behind that is an ME interface, so now all the shards go into the ME interface, so they're all actually in here now. So we look at aspects, they're all stored in here now, and I added them to the Foundcraft, what do you call that, 64K storage cell, which is nice. So that let me get ME network up here, and if you look into here, I've got ME cable there. I'm just going to make something in here. I am going to make a crazy potion thing in this episode. Before I get any further, there might be a live stream after this episode. There might not be. I've not actually decided yet. I'll need to start getting ready for my holiday. We're going Thursday morning, so I might not have time tomorrow. And the house might be too busy. But if you're watching this when it first came out, there may be a live stream straight after. If I do a live stream, it's probably going to be unhinged. And we'll do some messing around in there. But it looks like this is probably going to be the last episode of this series until I get back off holiday. And if I do come back off holiday and there's 1.6 packs available, I'll be going on to them. So this could be the last episode of the series. Well, no, it won't be, because if if I do go into a different pack, I will actually finish the Titan, and I'll do a extra episode on this. The fact that this is episode 65 means it's world download anyway, so this may be as far as my world gets. Something else you may notice here. So that's the most thought I best mention that. Something else. Look at this. We've got diamond conductive pipe. I've kind of gone a bit insane. I've changed all the redstone cable. Now this is just because of facades, really. If redstone conduit would accept facades, I probably wouldn't have done any of this. But because of the I have changed all the power. Look under there. That's diamond conductive as well. Diamond conductive can take 1024 mg a tick, so it can spread power all over my base. If we go down here, if you look there, diamond conductive pipe behind facades. So instead of having to go around and behind all the walls like I had with the conduit, I was going straight up. And same on this side, look. If you look at the highlight tip on top of my screen there, you can see that's blocks of quartz, that's facaded diamond conductive pipe. That's meant to look like blocks of quartz. The only conduit I've got in the base now actually is from this energy cell. Runs to there. If you look under there, you can see diamond pipe running up to the molecular assembly. Not the Mac. To the applied logistic, the ME network controller. That's the word I'm looking for. So you can see these are engines. I've changed all these around then. So these have no longer got red pipe wire. These had red pipe wire that was conditioning off the redstone energy cells that have all gone as well. These are now just set so if power is requested, turn the engine on. So I'm probably it's not as efficient, but look at that. It's pulling power, and these could all be giving it power, and these aren't turned on. So it seems to be quite clever about how much power it's pulling. So there, some of them are turned on, 5, 7 of them are turned on in a minute. If I pull more power, more will just turn on. And while I was doing that, I also wired these 10 up, so there's 7 pulling there as well. So I think it's probably the distance that they're pulling. So this is all diamonds. So I've got gold. The gold's still there, and then I've got 6 more engines still at the other base, of course, and I've not touched the red pipe wire of this bit here. This is how it was. It was red pipe wire signalled, but now it's, like I say, it's just, if it asks for power, it'll give it. So I've redone every bit of conduit, apart from them for the laser assembly table there. So, because, as you can see, I'm stuck on a levitator there. Because the laser's not pulling, that's got to twitch me, itchy eye. Because the laser's not pulling, then there's no power going to there, as there was none going upstairs. So it only pulls when it wants to. The other bonus, I guess, of this is I've been able to tidy the outside of the base up a little bit, because let's just jump out there and then we'll actually get on with. I'm stuck in the roof. Get off. Be able to get on with what I'm actually planning to do in this episode. We've got bloodstone. Diamond conductive pipe there, look. Bloodstone facades, we can cover them up, so they're no longer showing there. And up here, exactly the same. We've actually got, is it the front or back? We've got blackstone facades as well, and redstone facades there, covering all the pipes. So we've got no pipe showing on the outside, which is kind of nice. The only pipe I think anywhere we've got showing on the outside is that single bit of IC2 glass fibre cable that's running from the solar panel there down to the quantum generator thing there, quantum field ring. There we go. So basically I've spent ages, and I've got power up here now that I can facade up. Now the reason why I want this is I want to create something crazy up here. I think I've got all the bits I need for it. Most of them are in here. First thing we're going to want is, where do we want to be? About there, I think. There. They want to be. It's going to take a bit of doing this, to be honest. Well, not doing as in bit of complexity, I think, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm going to want, yeah, I think I want 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's start as a means to go. Let's just blast into it here. So, right. So I want 4 of them up there to start with, and into the back of them I'm going to want. I thought I had all this stuff ready. I've done a little bit of testing with this, so I've got some of it so ready to an extent. Right, precision export buses. One is the back of each of these, and then they're going to join onto there, and we'll facade all this up afterwards. I'll cut camera at some point and add all the facades off camera, just to tidy things up once I know where things want to be going. So basically we're connecting that to there, which is good. And then what I want is, right, I want hoppers underneath there. If I click a hop onto that, will it just point downwards? It will. Wonderful. That's exactly what we wanted. And then I said break that again. And then below them, I want, this may not work as I planned it to, but I think it's going to. I want storage buses. And then we'll just wrench these the right direction. Now I'm going for 4 potions here. I'm going for splash potion, healing 2, potions of fire resist, 8-minute ones, regen 2, and strength 2 is the ones that I've gone for. There is more potions of course, but I'm only going for 4. This not that important, especially at this stage in this server, but as soon as we get 1.6 or anything like 1.6, I will be playing UHC mode from now on. So I'm going to want to have regen potions and splash health potions all the time in the future. So I want to get a little bit more versed with automating this thing. I've started to put windows in as well. Just the Titan needed windows, so if I just go around, these towers will each have windows, and I do need to get on with this really. I need to get this gun built and get these towers built. So there we go. Let's actually get some facades out a minute, because while we're here, let's just facade them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And while we're there, we might as well do that. And I think I'm going to end up doing stuff on the floor here, so I don't want to do that just yet. But I want power somewhere as well. Might have to run power across here as well. One of the things we need is a way of getting water into water bottles. So anyway, let's run power to these. Oh, stuck on top of the levitator again. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? Let's just break that for a second. I actually need a bit more diamond pipe. I think I've gone through 3 stacks of diamond pipe. And I just want to put a plug on that bit. Where are your plugs? Say that. So it doesn't connect to the side of this. Not that it matters, but you know, that's like it's handy. And then this diamond cable is going to run across the top of these guys and supply them with power. There we go. Look at that. Just put a big blob. Just lobbed a big blob of power into there. Blah. So yeah, until I work out exactly how I'm going to get water into these, then I can't quite do it exactly how I want it. But we're getting there. What we're going to have here is let's make some more potion shelves. I think I'll leave all them there just as decoration and actually make some fresh ones. So I want 4 potion shelves. What else do I need right at the minute? I think that's it. And a bit more diamond cable. I'll be back in a sec. I'm going to make a couple more things and we'll carry on with this crazy build. Okay then, back up here, and I've run into another problem. I'd actually need another side of these to be available, so I actually need to get an interface onto these as well. So I'm going to put 4 of them, which means the first thing I need to do is partly connects this somewhere. So I'm going to want that. I'll get to this in a bit. We'll start putting things into all these. Right, cover them up, and then when I want ME interfaces on top of these 4, which makes things untidy again. So we'll actually run power across the front of these, like so. So I'll probably end up facading all this off. be honest. So you won't actually see these machines. These will all just be secret machines. Wonderful. And I've made 4 more ebony potion shelves. They're just slabs, glass bottles, and planks. Nice and easy. And they're going to go like so. Interested in it. So that's I think that's all good. So yeah, that's that bit kind of sorted. So right, what we need to do then is, first of all, we need to get ingredients into these. So we need the ingredients for the right kind of potion. So as we did last time with a single one, let's start with the healing. So splash, oops, potion of healing. There's 2 of them, instant health 2. Want that one. So gunpowder, glowstone, glistening melon, nether wart. Easy enough. And because I'm going to be working here quite a bit, let's just grab access. Yeah, fire one mid. Wonderful. We'll move this in a bit, but for now let's just bang that there so it's connected to the network. And I can get stuff right in here. Wonderful. So I want nether wart, glistening melon, which I've got some of. What have we got? Glowstone and gunpowder. Gunpowder's up to max now, so the creeper spawner will turn itself off. So what I want in there is nether wart, glistening melon, glowstone dust, gunpowder. And then on the back of there, what we're going to want on the precision export bus, we're going to set this to move single item stroke craft, because glistening melon needs crafting. And we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4 add them into that. And that's going to start populating that guy with all the bits. Wonderful. And the other thing we need is we need to tell it that to put a water bottle in there to craft. So what I've done this is I've made crafting. There we go. I've made a crafting pattern that says 1 water bottle becomes 1 potion of healing, and that's what we need these guys for. So that crafting pattern goes in there. So it's going to tell the net, if I request a splash potion of healing, all it's going to do is it's going to create a water bottle, which we're going to add to in a bit. And it's going to throw it in there, which is going to throw it in there, which is going to process it through there. And it's going to get hoppered into the potion shelf. The potion shelves are connected back into the network, so the system can see how many potions are actually in the network. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to add on a bit of ender chest control to it. So I'm going to do the same for these 3 others. I'll cut camera and just get the ingredients put in for these 3 other types of potion. And I'll be back in a sec. Other thing I want to do before we go is, don't know if this is necessary, but what I am going to do is I am going to wrench, get close enough, I'm going to wrench them so they all face the right way, so they definitely go into the auto brewers. Right, back in a sec. Okay, I've actually been doing something wrong here a little bit. This is because when I did this on a test setup, I was actually controlling the amount crafted by a precision export bus onto these shells. I'm not going to do that this time. So we actually want to change this around a little bit. We actually don't need them ME interfaces at all. I keep fucking my jump up. So I'm going to take them back out, which means I can actually put them cables back on the top. And we are going to instead, get off me. I'm going to put a block over that because it's getting on my nerves. I'll cover you up for a second. There we go. That should stop soon. No, there we go. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to add full water bottle crafting onto this, so it's just always going to keep the potion shelf full and the hopper full, and it's going to have stuff in there waiting to go. So we're going to have quite a lot of potions in here, but it's not like we're short on resources, so it's all good. So there is method to this madness, honest. Break that can cover up, and then these cables can go across the top of here. I really need to get the water part done next, because that's going to be stopping us. They'll go on there, and then as you can see, instead of all these, we've got the right things for the right potion. So that's strength, splash potion of strength 2. That's regen 2 with gas tears and glowstone. That's fire resist, and that is strength 2. So that's all good. What I am going to do is, just so I haven't got a million of these, yeah, just so I ain't got a million of these, I'm going to actually take these. I said I was going to leave these as decoration, but what I'll do is, if that's, yeah, I'll do all these. I'll put these, I'll put a lot of bottles of enchanting here for decoration, so I'll actually use these. Didn't mean to do that at all. So fire resist wants to be in the third one there. So this is the 8-minute fire resist, that's why they've got redstone. The redstone increases duration. What I want to do once we've got these on here is, let me get all 4 sorted, and then, yeah, I think we really need to get on with the water part next. Put all them in there. And what's the last one? Last one's strength, which we've only got a couple of. We can use that as our main tested one, I think. So that's strength 2, yeah, the 1 minute 30 strength 2s. What we can do now is if we go around the back so we can get these a bit easier. On each of these storage buses, I'm just going to click that partition storage there, which will partition it for the current item that's in there. So strength potion there, fire resistance, so we already click, potion of regen 2, and splash potion of healing. There we go. So that's going to show it in the network now, so that we should see in there, if we put in potion, we should have, there we go, 12, 12, 9 and 2, 12, 12, 9 and 2. So they're shown in the network now, which is good. And we have got a few extra ones, regens and a healing. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to put that into there, regens into there. And for example, if we were to take one of these out, then the one out of the hopper just replaces it, which is exactly what we want it to do, which is very good and exactly as planned, so that's all good. So yeah, now what we need to do is we need to add something to get water into these. So what I'm going to do with this is I've got a liquid transposer and a liquid tesseract. So yeah, we don't actually need them at all, so I'll get rid of them later on. And 4 encoded patterns, and we don't need them interfaces. We do need one interface for this, for putting in a pattern that says 1 water bottle is created with 1 glass bottle, and we're going to want a precision import bus. Any import bus? Any import bus. We can use a basic, I think. So we need to work out how to get these around this machine now. Basic input bus, you'll do, and they can go there. So that's diamond conductive pipe. Power can be added to there. Yeah, okay. So what I want to do then is I'm going to break that. We are going to have our liquid tesseract hidden down there. I want that set into, just so it doesn't get confused at all. We'll keep it to receive water only. There we go. And then we're going to want our ME interface there, which will connect to that ME cable. That's good. ME interface. This is in the way now, isn't it? Get you out of the way. And let's break you for a second. Wrench that so it's facing the right way. There we go. And then connect that back up. Now I did have this level limiter control before, but I think I'm just going to have it so it sends whenever it needs to send. So if we put that there, it's getting power from the conductive pipe behind the wall there. We can turn the yellow off. We're getting water in from the bottom. There we go. We're getting input in from the back. So our water bottles are going to come in from the back, so we want that pattern putting into there. So we'll put our pattern that says 1 water bottle is crafted with 1 glass bottle. And then on this side we are going to want our basic import bus, which again I can cover up in a bit once we know exactly where we want to put these facades. So that's good. So now that can create as water bottles. So if we request a water bottle from the ME network, we've got any water bottles? Let's have a look. We don't have any, but if we request one, you see that's working away there. It's gone dark again, so we should have one in there now. Water bottle, wonderful. And now what we can do is, again, so these all want to be on to we'll single item stroke craft now then. So I'd actually only done it with the ones that I use is the magma cream and the glistening melon. But now I'm going to add water bottles to each of these. Like so. And what's going to happen is, that's going to keep crafting water bottles. We've got a recipe in here to craft glass bottles as well. Yeah. Let's check. Yeah, we can craft them as well. I can go back in there. So what's going to happen is these are going to start getting fed bottles. And as long as there's room for them to go anywhere, they're going to go into the slots. So I'll go sleep, I'll come back and I'll see if this all fills up. Here we are then. Since we've got one glass bottle left in the system, we've got water, should have 0 water. We've got 0 water in the system, that's correct. And then if we put in potion, should have 12 of each. And we have in fact got 12 of each, which is exactly what we wanted. So all 4 of these shelves are full. And then all these hoppers will be full. And then up here, not sure what's going on there. Got a couple of extra ones in there. Maybe made them too quick so they're going to there to get stuck. But all these exactly as we expect. We've got potions at different levels of completion. That's just got a couple of extras down there, which is a bit odd. I think that's okay though. So that's working exactly how we want it, and that's got us all the right amount of potions. So whenever we take a potion, it just gets replaced. So if we come up here and manually take a potion, it gets replaced. But I want to do a little bit more than that as well. I want it to make it so that if I carry a ender pouch and an ender chest, so I've got a magenta ender chest and a matching ender pouch that I've renamed to potions in the anvil, then I want it so that I've always got 3 of each in here. So with that, we're going to do a little bit of a connection here with a logistics pipe little system, exactly the same as our little provider thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where I put my stuff. Not in there. Yes, it is. There we go. And I think I need a bit more. When I was changing the engines and stuff, by the way, I right-clicked a couple of wooden pipes and turned into conveyor belts. I was putting them out of the way, but there's some conveyor belts that don't place right. Right-clicking with a Vajra turns wooden conductive pipes into conveyor belts. I'm going to trash them before I do any damage with them. There we go. Right, so what do I want here? I want ME interface. And of course, off the ME interface, we want a provider pipe, saying that it can provide stuff. And we're going to want a basic logistics pipe, saying it can get power. And to connect them and to supply our chest, I'm going to put supply logistics pipe there. Very nice. And this is going to have 4 potions going into it. I've actually got some spare ones over here, 3 of each. So one of them. And just for now, I'm going to borrow that guy there. Not with that. So if I shift click, if I just right click on this with a wrench, I've got this pass request. I want to set it to yes this time. And I want to say 1, 2, 3. So I'm right clicking here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, can I put? I don't know if I can put that back. Can I? I can. Interesting. Where do they go then? Let's see where they go when I get rid of them. See what happens with these. I'm not sure. This is a little bit of testing on my part here. I'm going to see if all these things get put into the right place, or if it jams the system up. So you can hold extras in there. And we don't have any extra of them. Okay, so splash potion of healing, I'm actually going to put them into the potion bag there ready. So now if I place this ender chest down on top of that, and before we do that I am just going to tidy this up by getting some black facades out, black force brick facades on there and there. Cover that up with a brick, and just break that off a second and cover that up there as well. I'll keep this one showing so you don't do no harm. There we go. And now if I just place my ender chest on there, what should happen is the ender pouch should get stopped with 3 of each, and it has. Wonderful, works perfect. So that's where it's 3 of each. This will be requesting replacements, which looks like it is. So as you see there, it's replacing the ones that I've taken. So whenever I use a potion out of the bag, which I can carry with me all the time, just pop up in the bag, I can get a potion out, and it'll always replace it, or if I pull one off the shelf, it'll always replace it. So we've got a nice little compact auto crafting potion thing, using quite a few different mods there. We're using Ender, using Ender mods, we're using Thermal Expansion, we're using Applied Energistics, we're using Bibliocraft, we're using Vanilla, Buildcraft. So a nice little conflagration, is that even the right word? Nice little coming together, several mods working together to make us nice little potion system. Cover them up with facades, we can get rid of that now. So I'm going to cover that with a facade as well. And then all I need to do is cover the back up, tidy the back side of this up, which might mean, no, that's just blocks there, innit? Let's do it, screw it, let's get it done. Oh yeah, it is going to mean that. I'm going to have to take that bloody hopper out, I think. There. So these will tidy up and we won't even see the things there at all. Oh, that was wrong. Damn it. I'll break you a second. Sorry about that, Mr. Pipe. Put that down. Oh shit, not that. Come on, spaz fingers. Tidy it all up. I know you love watching me tidy things up. So all I need to do now then is replace that hopper, break and replace that hopper, and everything. Ooh, I can cover that up as well, can't I? Of course, that's the reason why I put the interface there, because the interface can be covered as well. So the only thing we have actually got showing is energistic wise and piping wise is that thing. Everything else is nicely hidden out of the way. Wonderful. There we go. So I'm going to wrap up the episode there. I don't know how long it is. In fact, before we go, let's have a quick look, see how we're doing with octuple compressed. We have got up to 3 in there, so we've got 4 total now. Cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave my computer on when I go away. My sister will be using the house, so we'll need the internet on, so I might leave my computer on. But I might turn it off, but we'll see. I might see how many octuple compressed it can make while I'm on holiday. So like 3 weeks. I'll probably turn the server off though, to be honest. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I may be doing one more episode for Thursday before I go, but I'm not sure. If it is another episode, it will be unhinged, because it's unhinged next. If not, I'll see you all in a few weeks' time, and I hope you don't all abandon me. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you soon. Cheers. Bye.